In and out, in and out, that's what a hamburger's all about.
In and out, fresh every step of the way. Fresh tomato, lettuce, and onion. 2 juicy beef patties with cheese. Serving Southern California for over 30 years with quality you can taste.
In and out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
In and out, in and out.
Well, folks, this is the best show on Blog Talk and the best show on the internet. Shut up! Nobody, and I mean nobody, tackles issues like inflammatory talk. Shut up! And Mr. Midnight Movie. Shut up! And Jewish producer.
Hello, son.
Shut up! We tackle the things that nobody tackles.
Hello, son.
Demand answers.
Hello, son.
Stop walking on eggshells. Shut up!
Hello, son.
Goofy Bone can get off his bloviated fat enchilada ass and start talking about La Raza.
Hello, son.
Jocking it. Pimp Daddy Joe Pete. Jocking it. Pimp Daddy Joe Pete.
Whipping the skippy all day long, all day long.
We're making a movie about white guilt. We're going to examine all these facts. Shut up! The civil rights movement today basically protects criminals.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
We're making a movie about white guilt.
Okay, stop interrupting me.
Shut up! We're making a movie about white guilt.
Done in a beautiful fashion. The documentary, at the same time, both prose and poetry.
It's not the noble movement that it was.
I'm above you on all these issues. I've been to the military. I have served in the capacity to protect your rights to bloviate. To protect your rights to bloviate.
Who are you to tell me what my style is, you meth addict?
I've been to the military.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
I'm above you on all these issues.
How do you know I'm a meth addict?
You haven't served in the military. In fact, you wouldn't be fit for the military.
I'm a racist, and I don't consider myself an especially evil person.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
Well, I'm just telling you, I'm a better man than you are.
You're a narcissist. We've established that.
Okay, stop interrupting me. You could not defend the very rights you enjoy. You are the ultimate invalid.
I put stock in you.
I'm wondering why Revolution wasn't on Debbie Daly's show.
What's this got to do with the price of rice in China?
Money. I'm into aviation. Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
Man boobs.
Shut up!
I see why Sick to Tank Daddies kicked his ass and kicked him out of the house early on.
Man boobs. I'm going to talk over you as loud as I can. I've got my speaker full blast to blow you away. Mr. Midnight Movie.
I have killed Mr. Midnight Movie. I stabbed that son of a bitch.
This is
Money.
Power.
Money.
Power.
tired.
Money.
Power.
Money.
Yay!
What up, everybody? You are listening to Inflammatory Talk
Yes.
with Jewish producer and Mr. Midnight Movie. What were you going to say?
I am the inflammatory but diplomatic Mr. Midnight Movie. I need to go get my water. I thought I had my water around here, but I don't, and I need to get it because I'm thirsty.
Go get your damn water. Jesus Christ.
I've tried several diets.
I've got my water right here next to me. Yeah, this show is called Mr. Midnight Movie. Has tried many diets. And I was asking him before the show started, hey, Mr. Midnight Movie. Hey, man, how many diets have you been on? And he told me he's been on Atkins. I was like, what was the diet where you eat all the meat and like protein? That was the Atkins. You tried that. What happened there, man? Because that's still not, that hasn't even quite gone out of style yet, has it?
No, it hasn't. You know what? I don't know. I mean, I crave so much. I'm fighting. I'm going to smash a cheeseburger in the face. Get the hell away from me.
What's wrong
Chocolate cake, you can go to hell.
When you were doing Atkins, did you go to In-N-Out and get protein-style hamburgers?
Look, I tried that for a few seconds, and then it was like, Jesus Christ.
You wanted the bun. You couldn't live without the bun?
You know what, man?
You couldn't do it. You're telling me right now you actually got angry because you couldn't eat the whole bun. You felt foolish because you were eating a big lettuce-packed burger, right? Right? Is that what you're telling me? You couldn't handle it. You felt ashamed at yourself because you were eating a burger wrapped in lettuce and not a disgusting, floury, puffy, soft, warm bun. Right?
All right, JP, let me just say this.
Go on. Go on. What?
After
you were ashamed of yourself for eating
the wind buffet.
Yeah.
I swore off a lot of shit, and I said I was going to go on a diet. But I just got back from Petrelli Steakhouse, and I had a steak and a baked potato.
Tonight?
Yeah. Okay. I went to the doctor. The doctor said, you know what, your test results are really shitty. And
when?
I went...
Today?
Yeah, I went to the endocrinologist.
And then you went to go get a steak?
Well, yeah, and dude...
You went and celebrated bad news with a buttered steak. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, I'm trying to contain myself. What did the doctor tell you? Or should
Wait a minute.
Just you don't have to tell me. I don't care.
Let me finish.
Go on.
Wait, this morning for work.
Jesus.
I did a little bit of fasting, although I had a few chips. And then I had 2 sides of au gratin potatoes. And then for dinner, did I have? Okay, yeah, for dinner, I had, actually I had a chimichanga.
From where? 7-Eleven?
From breakfast, and a side of Doritos, which is fasting for me.
Dude, fasting is fasting. If you're eating chips, that's not fasting.
Dude, there's triple M fasting.
Look, dude, but you could have sustained your energy in such a more meaningful way than chips. Don't you get it?
Okay, and then let me finish. And then like around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I had a side of au gratin potatoes. And then I don't know if I ate anything after that. I went to the endocrinologist, and he said, your tests are really bad. I'm going on Trulicity, though, by the way. I'm going on a new diabetes medication.
I've seen that on TV.
But,
I think it gives you diarrhea.
I went to a steakhouse, and I'm still full, by the way, surprised. But I went to a steakhouse,
right?
And I had a salad, a soup, salad, steak, and then the potato. I had an extra helping, just because I was going to make a whole thing of it. I did have an extra helping of butter, and an extra helping of sour cream and chives, and it was a delicious potato, and the steak was pretty good as well. I put the A1 sauce all over it, but I'm right now.
Petrelli does a good steak. Yeah. What'd you get? What kind of cut did you get?
I got the porterhouse.
Yeah.
But I and by the way, that 90-year-old woman is still there.
Did you ask her out on a date?
Oh, Jesus.
Did she come with you? She
my diet. I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna ask her out on a date.
Did she come up to you though? She must have come to you where you were sitting. Did she come talk to you?
Yeah, she came and talked. You know what? You know what I think, and I could be completely wrong. And I think that about 30% of the customers. Like there's probably about 30% go, I want to go to Petrelli's, but I don't want to see that old broad there. I think she's that negative. I mean, it's like I think she's more of a negative than she is a positive.
Yep, I think unfortunately you're right. She kind of has a negative vibe about her now.
Yeah, she's been. By the way, and she has been, like on Yelp reviews, they mention her in one of the negative ones. Saying, They call her the old redhead.
maybe we can pull those up and read them. Is it just one though?
I mean, let me look here. Well, you got to look. Let me see here. How are these Dr. Charlie's? City Steakhouse. Let me see.
By the way, go ahead and keep looking that up. I just wanted to say, Southern California is getting absolutely bombed by rain, like I haven't seen in a few years. It's really kind of a sight when people here and everyone here in Los Angeles is in their winter gear. It's really not common. So I only saw maybe 2 or 3 people wearing shorts today. So. Did you get wet? Or did you? I guess your Lyft driver probably helped you out. Helped me. I think today was the first time I've ever used Uber on my own.
Yeah. So here are some of the reviews of George Petrelli. Now, someone wrote, charming older lady at the hostess station saw us right away to a cozy, comfortable booth, even though we had no reservations. Okay. Service is the best. The older lady in the front is very sweet. She's accommodating and welcoming when we first came in. She gave my husband and I a recommendation on the dish. And also some some jokes as well. Very friendly home environment. I love the food. Just the right flavor. Okay. I lived in Culver City for about 4 years and always knew this place was a landmark. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right, I came in here. I came here for a happy hour, which was great. $5 wine, well as drinks. Service at the bar is fantastic. The disappointing part is the steak. Hoping to have a nice, juicy piece of beef, but what we got was dry and very bland. We shared the 30-ounce porterhouse, and it was absolutely tasteless. Was cooked to order, medium, but had no seasoning at all, even salt. Even the nice beefy taste was nowhere to be found, which is just strange. The sides are good, mashed potatoes and gravy, French onion soup, but super disappointing in the complete lack of effort put in the meat.
Here's a 1-star review by Alex. I ordered the steak and spaghetti, and I found hairs in my food. And I was told by the older lady in front about the hairs in our food. I told the older lady in front about the hairs in our food, and she was rude. And she came over and made us feel like it was our fault, and the food was very bad. I will not be returning.
Here we go. I usually don't type these reviews, but I feel I have to. My family and I were here to celebrate my grandpa's 80th birthday. He's a local and likes to go here. The waiter, guy with a mustache, was very rude the whole night and definitely not serving of the $120 mandatory gratitude tip. When I ordered children's plate for my kids, he stopped and started questioning me about their ages and made a scene. Very unprofessional. My girls are small and petite, and I have never been questioned about ordering kids' meals, especially $8 and $15 plates. After arguing to the order, the kids' plates, the lasagna came, and it was 3x4 small cold pieces of lasagna. I had to ask the waiter to warm it up, which he pretty much rolled his eyes, I ordered a cheeseburger, which was decent, but the fries were hard, and they served small, tiny fries, not even long pieces. My whole party had an issue with the water and the service. Very disappointing from outside. The place looks really nice, but inside it feels like a rundown Coco's or Marie Callender's.
Here's another one from James, a 1-star review. This is great. This one got a response from the owner.
Yeah.
Petrelli's isn't even worth 1 star. I took my girlfriend here for a date. We asked for steak and lobster and the baked potato. The server brought out the steak and potato. I notified him that we ordered the lobster also. He indicated that he informed us that it only came with the filet mignon, but he never told us this. In fact, we showed him what we wanted on the menu, blah, blah, blah. My girlfriend told him to bring us each lobsters anyway. He indicated that he thought the price was $45 each, so he asked the elderly lady if she knew the price. She told him that it was indicated on the sheet or something. The waiter came back with the price of $61. And it goes on. And then at the end it says, Petrelli's, stop price gouging us. And the owner responded, James, may I remind you that making false statements may find you in court for defamation or slander.
All right, here we go. A rude host with only mediocre food. What a combination of the words. Never again. Plenty of other places to go with better food.
I've got another one. Lisa gave it a 1 star. My first trip to Petrelli's was great. Perfectly cooked steak, great service. But tonight was the most horrible experience I've ever had in my life at a restaurant. Tonight, we thought maybe we were being pranked. My husband had a steak sandwich served on Wonder Bread and fries that were freezer burnt. His salad had 3 pieces of lettuce and a slice of beet. My steak salad was okay, but not worth my $60. We didn't even get drinks. Our waitress was rude. And then a little bit more, than she says, we felt very sorry for the elderly woman in front who didn't want to, who didn't care about anything and looked like all she wanted to do was complain.
Yeah.
Every 1 star mentions the elderly woman.
Yeah. I'm telling you, she's a negative.
Everyone. I'm only looking at 1 star reviews, and it's amazing.
I can't tell you. Okay, this chick's from Palmdale, and I can't tell you much about the food. They didn't mess up the mozzarella sticks and the fried zucchini sticks, and I thank you. I found a friend. I believe his name was Fred, a friendly staff member who made an awful experience feel better. I drank enough to tolerate the place. Main thing, I went through tonight, guys, is the weird vibe my waitress. I wish she was at all remarkable, but wasn't. She's older and watched me drink the entire drink and later carded me because I look young and mentioned that the table next to me is younger and looked older. Bad customer service? Not done yet. As I gave my order of food, she questioned what I ordered instead of suggesting something else. She said, "What are you having for dinner?" There needs to retire or get an exclusive vacation somewhere amazing. and get a reality check on what customer service is. My job deals with life and death, and on my day off, this is the last thing I need. Oh, and let me tip it off with the racist card. Percent felt discriminated by her. I'm in an interracial relationship. I'm Hispanic and totally felt treated like scum. I hope I never see you again. Number one, I know you will go to your establishment without a true apology and gratitude offer.
All right, this one, shit. Do you ever have frosted mini wheats?
I don't like that shit. Continue, please.
Yes. All right, this one I got to read because it's all about the old woman. It's another Anastasia from Santa Monica gave it a 1 star. The worst experience I've ever had at a restaurant. I ordered the pork chops, and I had to return the meal because the meat was spoiled. Very stinky. Clearly tasted like a spoiled meat would. I spoke to the waitress, and she immediately brought out the elderly lady who was extremely rude. Instead of apologizing, she got close to my face so other customers couldn't hear, and she said that there's something wrong with my smell and that there's no other food they can offer since I am returning my meal. That's how you treat your customers, by offending them? My friend also tried the pork and confirmed it was spoiled. I ended up having a few pieces of my friend's mediocre steak. I didn't get charged for the pork chops, but got charged for the soup and the salad that were part of the meal, and had an extra charge for bread, which is usually free, to make up for the loss from the pork chops. I really have no words to express my disappointment and disgust, and certainly would never recommend this place to anyone. On my way out of the restaurant, and I could see this happening. On my way out from the restaurant, the same elderly lady told my friend in confidence that I'm not welcome there anymore. It didn't make sense. Why would I ever consider going back? This place is terrible. She's not welcome here anymore.
Don't ever come back!
We don't need your kind here. We've been here 50 years. Get out of here.
Initially was not very excited to eat there. Once we got our... initially was very excited to eat there. Once we got our food, prime rib, steak, and lobster, not so impressed. Not bad, but certainly not impressed. My friend's steak was ordered medium rare. His steak was delivered well done. Curious how can a steak restaurant not follow through? Lobster was overcooked. I watched my friend struggle to remove meat. Absolutely no lies. Not worth the $36 prime rib. Bill total $136. We are all done.
Yeah, man. I'll be honest. Oh my God.
I could hear, and you know what? She better never see that woman again. Even if it's 5 years, I remember. Yeah. Don't get out. Get out.
I have a feeling you better, if you like Petrelli steaks, you should enjoy them while it lasts. I can't see this place surviving for too much longer.
But it's been that way. I mean, my old man and I went there. Same thing. Anyway, we have been going here for years, and I won't be coming back. I ordered the scallops, and there was definitely something not right with them. My husband ordered the baked chicken, and it was extremely plain and tasted like it had been sitting under a heat lamp for a while. The blue cheese dressing on the salad tasted like vinegar,
had been added to it. All right. Now,
Man, I can't believe how much this old lady, that old bag gets blasted in these reviews. She's on every one of these negative reviews. It's really crazy.
I was treated so horribly on my birthday at the steakhouse. In the restaurant for 3:30. We made a reservation for 3:30, and when we arrived, they handed us the dinner menu when it said online lunch ended at 4 p.m. The owner came over and told us that she doesn't get people off the street and regulars know about the changeover. How dare she treat us like we didn't belong. And I felt discriminated against.
I could also see that old bag.
She was trying to sell us by $40 for the dinner price and insult us. If this is how she does business, maybe she shouldn't be in business. Well, Jennifer, we treated our customers as you described. We wouldn't be in business for 86 years. Let's see this. Okay.
Oh, here's another comment where they say this place is rude, pushy, and racist.
Wait. Oh, I want to. This is a comment from Marie P. George. Okay. Well, Jennifer, if we treated our customers as you described, we wouldn't be in business for 86 years. If you ordered at 4, you will receive a dinner menu. It doesn't matter what ethnicity the customer is. As far as selling you up, you by $40, that makes no sense either. There is no price difference in our dinner versus lunch menu. If you order a steak from the lunch menu at $20, we don't have a 60 steak in the dinner menu. Most restaurants have a changeover after lunch and before dinner. Their menus. The fact is, most customers, with or without a reservation, understand this concept.
Oh boy, here's one from Raquel from Culver City. Another 1-star review. Took her dad there for Father's Day. They got the fish, okay, and so as I made the complaint to the server, I spoke in a low voice. I didn't want others to hear me complain. He said he would get the host. The host is this little old lady. She works every day the restaurant opens and needs to have retired 20 years ago. She proceeded to tell me that there was absolutely nothing wrong with the smelly trout. They just got it the day before, and she had the same fresh trout. She further told me that even the cook, when she talked to him, thought she was crazy. There's nothing wrong with this trout, she told me. There's nothing wrong with it. It does not smell. But I smelled the trout. And when I responded to her, she immediately turned around and picked up the trout plate and had the server return it to me. And then she walked off with an attitude. I canceled my second order and waited for my dad to finish. I saw the old lady go behind the bar and tell the server something. And the next thing I knew, when he presented the bill, he had been charged for the salad that was part of the meal. When I requested, so they.
You know what we should do? We should get a picture of an old Israeli lady and put it on the show page.
This thin-skinned old lady needs to get a life and stop dealing with the public immediately. Yes, we need to do something about this. We could help this situation. There's a public outcry in Culver City over this old lady.
Yeah, everyone's talking about the hostess.
Everyone's all up in a tizzy over this waitress. She loves you though.
She's a hostess.
Wow, I'm glad you. This is unbelievable. Here's another one. Do not eat here. The staff is incredibly rude and led by a little old lady at the front. Oh my gosh. Oh my. Willie, what's up, Willie? We got Willie, we got people in there, man. Did you read any of the comments? We got like 6 comments tonight. Should we get other people on the call? Should we go on Discord?
Wait, there's a chick named Nubia Q. This is one of the longest reviews.
All right, you let me know when you want to talk to other people. We have some, we got our food talking. What's this review? Go ahead.
Well, okay. This review is because the owner lacks customer service skills and the cook needs to invest in a thermometer. I was going to leave this as a Facebook review, but the owner's interaction with me via Facebook 2 weeks later led me to but the owner's interaction with me via Facebook 2 weeks later led me to leave a more in-depth one here on Yelp. I'm looking to enjoy for my 35th birthday. So let's see. So why not go somewhere that has been getting it right for 85 years? I called ahead and asked, were they child friendly? And the lady on the phone was elated and full of joy. We get there, get seated by the lady that answers on the phone. She talked to the children and wished me a happy birthday. I ordered the large porterhouse, Mr. Mashed Potatoes, no gravy, and veggies. My sister ordered the cowboy ribeye. MW, our server was very informative. We chatted a bit before our soups came our soups came out about his girlfriend, and sharing a birthday French onion soup was mediocre. The house salad was yummy, and then the steaks arrive. I noticed the gravy on my mashed potatoes.
Gravy.
I sent my plate back. My sister's cuts into her steak, and it's well done, but she was hungry, and I continued on and shared with the kids. Server brings back my plate. I cut into my steak and notice it was medium to medium well. I take a bite just to taste it. Nope. So I felt horrible because it was $43.95 steak. But in my defense, it was overcooked. So my server goes off to correct it, and my sister and kids are just about finishing with everything. My meal comes back, rare as it can be, and I send it back again. Just the steak this time, because I'm hungry. I kept the mashed potatoes and veggies. Last time he brings me an apologetic and waits for me to cut into the steak before he walks away. They got it right, finally, but I couldn't stomach it after eating a few bites. The flavor tasted like a rusty old flat top grill and dirty dish rag. So I pushed it away and simply asked for the check. I was being treated to dinner by my sister, so I never intended on paying the bill to begin with. So my sister gets the bill and noticed my steak was still there, so we asked to speak to the manager. Guess who it is? the sweet old lady, the one who answered the phone and seated us. My sister asked, why was the steak on the bill if it wasn't eaten? She said, because I ordered it and they already wasted one steak and they are too expensive. My sister then informed her that the previous steak was overcooked, which was their mistake, and the second one was sent back because it wasn't good. Either way, it shouldn't be on my bill. The lady goes on to talk about how is she supposed to make a living, and got teary-eyed with a shaky voice telling us about the death of her husband and how hard things have been. My sister sympathized with her, and I am annoyed by it because you're putting a damper on my celebration. So she finished up her story and then places the bill back on the table and says, you have to pay for the steaks because you ordered it and walked away.
My husband's dead. Now pay for the steak.
I miss my husband. After sitting there staring at each other, completely thrown off guard, we pulled out our calculator and agreed for what we ate. I had to tell her I am refusing to pay, so she says, fine. You had soup and salad, didn't you? I said yes. I did. So she said then she said then says it is fair. I replied it's fine.
Listen,
but she
man,
wanted me to
we've got to do something about this. This is the most notorious elderly woman on Yelp. This woman is the most scrutinized elderly person I've ever seen. I've never seen anything like this. Definitely not on Yelp.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has had a server for 50 years or whatever she's done, or a hostess nobody's had a hostess that long with such a horrible track record, just pissing everybody. And she really is. It's comical almost how many different stories people have about how she pisses them off. It's not like the same offense. She's very sneaky. She's very sneaky. She'll do things like whisper in your ear to help make you feel like you're getting some kind of inside scoop, but it's really just probably some depressing story about her life.
Yeah.
She's an interesting character. You know, it'd be great if we ever do have a theater performance, if we could get her to serve condiments there, like candies and stuff, or to take tickets at the front. Pay her for the night to take tickets. That would be amazing. Kurt's teeth are still soaking. He can't talk right now. Kurt, put your teeth back in and get on the phone.
Okay. My mom, how she could be mourning the loss of her husband who passed away 2.5 years ago. This is where her husband, my dad, wanted her to be. They worked together at the restaurant for many years, and she works with me to carry out my dad's legacy.
I'll be right.
Oh, that explains it. She is a beloved member of our community. Your comments are very disrespectful and out of line. You can write a review about our food, but you have no business telling people how to mourn the loss of their loved ones. Any intelligent person can see you scramble the posts, confuse readers. You have been blocked from Facebook, but I wanted to make a public comment here on Yelp and have advised Yelp that there may be more similar reviews popping up from your friends. It's really is a shame if you are unhappy with the way we prepare steaks. Just don't patronize us. We have been in business for 85 years, and our chef does not need a thermometer to grill steaks, which he has been doing for 44 years. You compare our steak to Norm's. That is laughable to any Petrelli's customers. Don't get offended though if you don't go there. All right, don't get offended though if you don't go there. Then you should not make such ridiculous comments. I mean, Norm's is not known for its steak and eggs, reasonable price breakfast. Okay. All right. Anyway, yeah, okay, that explains it. Okay, that old woman is, along. Okay, oh my God. Okay, some people. Let's go to some more reviews here. JP, if you can find some more. Okay, this place is a few bucks and a little better decor above Sizzler in terms of quality and ambiance. Oh, it also has a bar. That's mediocre service, incompetent wait staff. If you are looking for a nice steakhouse experience, this is not it. Our waiter was rude, which included dropping off our food without saying anything. He ran away before we could even tell him. He brought the incorrect food.
Uh-oh.
We then had to sit there for 5 minutes until he came back. Okay. Let's see, I'm looking for reviews.
Yes.
Guys, I am going on my diet, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, so this is... What diets have you tried?
I've tried Weight Watchers. There was a vitamin B12 diet that gave me a lot of energy, and I took appetite suppressants. I don't know if I want to do that anymore, though.
What did you not like about the appetite suppressants? Did they make you was your stomach upset, or were they unpleasant in any way, or did they not work?
The appetite suppressants worked, and then the vitamin B12 shots give you a boatload of energy. But
what's the problem? Just didn't like it. I mean, I don't encourage that diet either. But I'm trying to figure out why you don't want to do it.
I'm going to be honest with you. This is a little bit of honesty getting here. You know what? That's the only diet I've ever really tried, and I worked out really good.
Okay.
But the other stuff, I just went for 1 day or so.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just check out Weight Watchers to see what their thing is, and once they see it, they're like, it's not for me. I mean, Weight Watchers basically is just portion control, right?
Yeah.
I don't think portion control is easy. I think it's hard. But for me, the best diet is the diet that I currently, and my diet's not perfect, but I mean, at least I'm maintaining my weight. I want to lose weight, but right now I don't eat before 12 a.m. unless I'm in Vegas. Not even in Vegas. I don't barely, but on a typical work day, I have a coffee and I don't eat until maybe 1 o'clock. And then at 1 o'clock, I eat a very light lunch. Like today, for example, there's this really good Filipino restaurant in LA. And so I go in there and they have this sour fish soup. It sounds gross, but it's amazing. And so that's all I had I had a little cup of that, and I didn't eat until about 6:30, and then I had a pretty fairly healthy dinner, and that was it. That's it all day. Oh, and a bowl of cereal for dessert.
There is something, what? That would be a great, like you're going up Can you just see that? Because JP, you've seen this old lady before. Can you imagine her just going right up in her face, like and whispering in your ear? I think there's something wrong with your sense of smell.
I'm sorry, but I think your big Jew nose is having problems smelling the freshness of our trout.
I had some this morning.
This trout smells like it's been sitting around for 3 weeks. What the hell?
I do it by smelling my vagina and then smelling the trout. It smells wonderful.
Come here. I have a story for you. I have a little story for you. Look, you don't know what you're talking about, you little Jew. Don't come back here anymore.
You're not allowed back.
You're not allowed back here.
What am I supposed to do? My husband's dying. Please, stay cost money.
Listen, my husband, he's dead. He died last week. It was this. I cried and cried. He had brain tumors and they all exploded. But you're gonna have to pay for the trout. I'm sorry. You got to pay for the potato too. I'm sorry. It stinks to high heaven. You got to pay for the trout.
This says only old people eat here. Food has no flavor. Avoid this place.
Now,
if you're under 60, $50 for a prime rib that had no flavor. Overall, the food is very bland, which is how old people like it.
Now, yesterday we waited an hour to get into the Wynn buffet, and you had about 4 plates of various meats and some desserts, and to polish it off, you brought back a steaming plate full of mac and cheese.
Yes.
You're the best person to go to to a buffet with because you're going to get your money's worth.
Oh yes. Well, I try everything out. I mean, I try so much out because I want to try it. I just want to ooh, that looks neat. So I do get little bits, but then when I like what I like, I get like a big portion of it in the end.
Then you go, that's smart. I thought it was good. They had some interesting dishes. I've had better buffets, but that was one of the better.
Did you get any dessert?
They had the creme brulee was really good. I tried one of their cookies. I wanted to get they had candy apples, red. Did you see those? They look so delicious, but I just didn't have any room left to go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I saw a lot of plates where they had eaten one bite of the candied apple, and that was it. Maybe that's what I needed to do.
I got to read this. This is amazing.
We got another review?
She said, okay, and she respected the fact I didn't want to eat it. She walked away. Then came the old, the reinforcer. So I complained about the food being expired. She walked away. Then came this little old lady.
Here she comes.
That said, first off, we don't serve expired food, and you're not going to sit here and say our food is expired. We just ordered. we just got our order in today, and I know it's fresh. I look at her like, who the hell are you? She was very rude and pushy. After her screaming at us, I told my uncle, let's just go somewhere else. As I was trying to get up out of the booth, she pushed me back down and said, don't leave, you're going to stay and eat what you ordered. I said, no, I'm not. people are rude, pushy, and racist.
I
do
want
not
to eat it.
recommend this place to anyone. Horrible place.
I'm sorry, I just don't want to eat it. Okay, this one is unbelievable. Ron, this guy Ron from Santa Monica, he gives it a 1 star, and he said, like I've seen in other reviews, the little old woman in front is horrible. The man that works there is nice, but she is an absolute monster. We had a terrible experience dealing with her. We've gone there a few times and always experience the same attitude from her. She is beyond rude, can't express how angry we are by the way we were treated. She's not happy with herself, so how could she be with others? Even the waiter told us that she is miserable. This was unbelievable. She actually came out to the parking lot and used profanity when we told her in the restaurant that she is very unprofessional. Can you believe this? We'll never go back. Wow.
We ought to do a documentary on this old broad.
I've never seen anything like this. I'm not kidding.
You know what? I bet she would just, she would go, like, if you gave her a bad time, she would probably just go out and just, like, really start to, who are you? I've been doing this for 80 years. Who the hell are you to tell me?
What the fuck do you know about professionalism?
You're a Goomba. You're stupido. I can just see her.
You know, we need to go interview her immediately. Please,
yes.
We need to do this. I mean, I didn't know she had such a history.
Okay, far from a fan, and I will never return. Me and my friend were craving steak and stumbled upon this place. Once we arrived, we noticed about 5 cars in the parking lot. We almost thought they were not open until we looked online for business hours. Once inside, we were seated right away. I'm going to get right to the point. Before we placed our order, we were served bread that was stale, along with butter so cold it seemed to be frozen. I ordered the T-bone, well done, and my friend ordered the porterhouse, medium well. Both meals came with a tiny soup bowl and very little salad on freezing cold plate. FYI, don't order the French onion soup. She's salty. We had to return it for only other soup. Not being impressed with my stale bread, a miniature soup bowl, nor the salad we were looking forward to, the main dish. Finally, the food arrived, and after cutting into my steak that should have been well done, it was still bleeding. I had the waiter send my plate back. 5 minutes later, his return. No one wants to send back steak to be recooked. Doesn't taste the same, and it dries the steak. So after my steak is returned, I notice it's still bleeding. I picked around my steak, eating what looked well done. After being fed up with not enjoying my $40 meal, I asked my waiter for the manager instead of the manager. Instead of the manager coming over, the hostess comes to our table. We explain our dissatisfaction. The host and the hostess informs us there is nothing we can do, and the host suggests we take the food home and see what we can do with it. Hold up! Why would we take home when we're not satisfied? We insist on speaking to the manager. Finally, a lady with tons of makeup comes to our table, says she is the manager. I explained the situation is again, and let me say, and she says, let me take the plate to the cook. We are thinking, why? If it's the customer, if a customer has an issue, why are you seeking assistance from the cook? The manager returns the plate and informs us that the cook said that is the way steak is supposed to be. In all of my years of eating my steaks well done, I have never had someone tell me it is bleeding in certain parts was normal. Not only was the meal not discounted, there was no apology from the manager, being as though I thoroughly explained how unhappy I was with the meal.
Yes.
I did find out the manager's name. The hostess stated the manager's name is just Annabelle. No last name before I left the premises. I told Annabelle I would be leaving a Yelp review. She stated rudely that she would have a response for me. I have had better service in Applebee's with barely having to explain my situation. I only gave 1 star, and that is because we were seated fast. Do not eat here. Staff is rude and will not accommodate you as their customer if a situation is to arise. Okay.
Okay, I got one more. I ordered the New York medium rare. It was, in my opinion, well done. When I told the waitress that my steak was overcooked, I was surrounded by her and the old battle axe from the front desk. The old bag held my steak in my face and explained that it was, in fact, medium rare. In front of our whole group, she went on and on about the fact that my steak was cooked exactly the way I ordered it. She even dissected it right in front of me so I can get a better look. I could see her cutting it up. Look, I see some pink in there. Exactly the way you ordered it. You don't question me. Been here 40 years. I know what a medium well steak looks like, Sonny. Unbelievable. It gives me a chuckle.
You know what? She's a funny person.
Yeah, she is.
I imagine she smacked a few people in her day. You're out of line. Oh. And then she goes, my husband died 2 years ago and I can't handle it. Oh, Jesus. Who are you to talk about our grief?
Oh, this is, okay, one last one. Unbelievable. Okay, so the guy orders something. It was basically raw. Embarrassingly, I had to spit it in my napkin. I began to feel nauseated when the old lady from the front walked by my table. I showed her my steak. She almost forced me to order something else, but I declined. I just wanted the meal to end so we could leave. Believe it or not, she charged me anyways for the salad and the baked potato and their tasteless soup. She also came back to tell me in a very loud voice that she stuck her finger in the part of the steak that I complained about, and she told me that it was warm. What the heck is that supposed to mean? She also told a family member who went up to the front desk that there was nothing wrong with my steak behind my back. She is so sneaky. Unbelievable. This lady's great.
Okay, just like Anne said in her review, the woman, the owner, is horrible. Her husband is a nice man, but she is a monster. We had a terrible experience dealing with her. We've gone there a few times and always experienced the same attitude from her. She is beyond rude.
No, I read that one already. I already read that. Oh, that is funny, man.
Yeah, I mean, she's such a character.
I think if we get her on, we get her on audio, just do like a 15-minute interview during the day, she'd sit down and talk to us. Come on.
Yeah. Well, if we read her bad reviews, do you think she knows how bad, like how she comes across?
I think she takes pride in her job. She's up very early in the morning every day. She gets there. Yeah. She said she gets there to open up, right? I mean,
yeah. You know what? One time, I remember when I was going home. I went there myself, and a guy goes. He's leaving the place. He goes, "Man, I'm done with this place." He was a worker there, right. And I can imagine working with that old woman. It's just like it's annoying. I mean, she's not only. I mean, I think she's bad with her workers as well. I mean, she's a person that lacks conflict resolution, and she has poor critical thinking skills and poor conflict resolution.
Plus, she's an aging aggressor. She's aggressive in her style. She's not proactive or anything positive about her approach is destroyed.
Yeah.
Oh well. She does have. I guess because I'm going there with you, and she's recognized you for 30 years, probably. Mm. She's fairly nice to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember. I think it was. She was telling us about the young waitress, and she was just railing on her. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
Just putting down the other help there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing of it is, dude, it just, yeah, Now, is there a thing called elderly raging, like where they just? How do you think she was when she was younger? Do you think that was kind of part of her personality, just to push the old broad?
She looks like she could run a steakhouse in Las Vegas, like downtown Las Vegas. It's the kind of woman you'd see there.
Yeah, but no, do you think she's always been a pushy person?
No, I don't. But I could be wrong. Do you? I'm not sure how to envision her as a young person. What do you see? You think she was always that way?
You know what? Because my old man was like that. I mean, like that, and he never stopped me, and he got more cantankerous. So I think maybe she's always been a pushy person who really lacks. She seems to really lack,
conflict resolution.
Yeah.
She can't solve the problem, right? But oh well.
Yeah.
I think we should talk to her.
You know what? Can you write a review on there and say, "Love the place"?
Yeah.
I love the place, but the older lady there seems to lack conflict. She lacks critical thinking skills and conflict resolution. She has,
Yeah, let me.
She has.
What do you want to give it? 1 to 5 stars. What star?
Let's give it 4 stars, and I would have given it 5, but the old lady there the hostess there seems to lack conflict resolution and critical thinking skills and conflict resolution.
Why don't you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry, I'm ready to type now. Go ahead.
Okay, so should say I would have given 5.
Give Petrelli's a 5, but
the hostess seems to lack critical thinking skills and conflict resolution. I wonder if you'll get a response from that. I don't think they responded to their.
there we go. Oh, shoot. Gotta sign in first. Damn it. All right, my review's live. All right, man. What do you want to do? You done here?
Wait. Let me see. I'm going to refresh the page and see if I see your review.
You see it yet?
Well, how long does it take to post?
I think it says it's posted within. It should be posted right away. It did say. I think it said something like it's not. I think it's. Oh no, there it is. It's up. It's up.
That's good.
I forgot my account has my picture on it, though. Now she's going to remember me. I'm a target.
No, you won't, dude. She won't know. That was me.
I'm going to blame you.
You're not. How often do we go to that place? Anyway.
Yeah, I changed my picture, so now that one's not my primary. My new picture is different.
What's your picture? Of me?
No. It's just not. You can't see my face totally.
All
right.
I don't even think she'll say anything.
No, I don't know. I'm sure they read these. Somebody reads them. I bet you the younger waitress reads them and laughs her ass off. She probably tells all her friends to go there and write these reviews. I would not be surprised. man. What else? Come on, man. We're still live. Come on.
You know what? How many people are even in the room?
Morto.
Oh shit! It's 10 o'clock already. I'm getting ready for bed.
Gnocchi.
You know what? All right, I'm going on my diet. I'm going to lose weight. No, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to get healthy. I'm trying to live. So, anyway, so I'm going to go and I'm going to go work out in the morning. I'm going to try to maybe fast a little bit, and then, yeah.
No. People are asking you not to leave.
Oh, come on. We did a show for an hour.
Morto.
Yeah, let's call it a day, JP.
I'm cool with that. I'm fine. I'm tired. But you have been listening to Inflammatory Talk. Any final words?
That'll do it. No words. Thank you for listening, everybody. And I'm going to be a new person after this, maybe.
All right.
Well, folks, this is the best show on Blog.
I should say this before we do totally bone out. Do you want to set up some kind of challenge?
Oh, by the way, each month I'm going to be exercising as well as I'm exercising my First Amendment rights. And
do you want to do a tale of the tape? And we take our weight measurements.
Yes.
And at the end of the month, whoever loses more weight has to gets a free steak from the other person.
All right.
All right. We're gonna have to weigh each other when I come over there.
All right.
See you later, dude.
All right.
Talk and the best show on the internet. Shut up! Nobody, and I mean nobody, tackles issues like inflammatory talk. Shut up! And Mr. Midnight Movie. Shut up! And Jewish producer.
Hello, son.
Shut up! We tackle the things that nobody tackles.
Hello, son.
Demand answers.
Hello, son.
Stop walking on eggshells. Shut up!
Hello, son.
Goofy Bone can get off